I am TSC Trader from Chartrat.com. Today, the S&P 500 finished up and formed this large, this large hammer pattern that you can see. This is a classic hammer pattern with a very long lower shadow and a small body with a teeny tiny little upper shadow. The upper shadow is not so great for the bulls, but you know, from a bullish standpoint, I can definitely live with it. By the by, until Telechart is working, I will be using this software from GFT. Also good to note, we're looking at the S&P E-minis, E-mini futures, as opposed to the index itself. I've decided to paper trade futures for about a month or so to see whether or not I should add it to trading stocks alongside futures. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, there's a couple reasons I'm bullish right now. First one, obviously the hammer pattern. Next one is this support line coming through here. It acted as support back here. It should act as support now. Obviously, it was resistance here, so seems like a good enough line. Also, we're finding support to the horizontal level here at 1047.67. But that is just some indications of a short-term bounce, maybe up to 1064.65, or perhaps we could push up a little higher to 1075.20 at the absolute most. But there's several reasons why I'm intermediate term bearish. Alright, so here we had a head and shoulders bottom pattern. Here was the left shoulder, here was the head, here was the right shoulder. And we had a breakout from the neckline, which was this blue line here. I'm actually going to make it green. This green line here. So we broke out above it here, you can see. And came all the way up to 1.112816. That was great. Actually, ironically, we never broke the old high at 1129.59. Anyway, so that was great. Everything was looking rosy and bullish. We had a high base. Then we started to break down. We broke down below that, and we got actually a head and shoulders topping pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then we broke down below that. So we have two patterns, both indicating bearishness. Let me explain why the head and shoulders bottom is bearish. Even more powerful, even more bearish than a bearish pattern is a failed bullish pattern. Now, head and shoulders bottom is a bullish pattern. It's probably the most basic bullish pattern in the book. First one everyone learns. It is probably the most important and powerful bullish pattern. In fact, most other bullish patterns are variations of it. That failed. That broke down. That's much more. So that's probably the most powerful bearish signal in terms of chart patterns that you're likely going to get. And then on top of that, we have a head and shoulders top, which is one of the most powerful bearish chart patterns that you have. So those two things together are obviously quite bad for the bulls. So intermediate term bearish, short term looking for a small bounce. Position yourselves carefully and expect some updates with tips about both the futures and stock markets. That's all for today. I'm TSC Trader from Chartrat.com. Good luck and happy trading.